Good evening, fellows, and welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. So, I hope last week was pretty good for for all of you, and you fellows were having some nice trade setups. Yep. So we are live on the Zoom and we are live on the YouTube as well. So if you are having any issue with the Zoom, just go back to the YouTube and you can watch it over there. Here is the link. I'm just going to post that link. All right, so look at that if you're having an issue with the Zoom. Okay, so let's look at the website first because I'm having lots of requests. People are requesting and asking for the stuff we do in our room. Yeah, so that they can get the idea. All right. So the first thing I want to tell you, fellows, I haven't gone any an education training from someone. Yeah, so last time I just have seen that someone was posting some comments on my videos on YouTube and was anticipating or guessing, yeah, that I was a student of someone. So I'm not a student of someone. I'm myself an educator. I teach people. All right, I teach students how to trade and how to look at the markets. Okay, so people are learning from me. We are having group, and we are having full-time traders. We are having part-time traders in our group. There are some traders are trading full-time, some are trading for part-time, and some are learning in our group. Yeah, so I just want to make sure that I'm not a student of anyone. Okay, so I have spent a lot of time in this business to understand the market, how this market move. Yeah. So make sure don't guess or don't assume anything, yeah, by yourself. All right. Okay, fellows. So let's look at the website. If anyone want to join us, look at the website. You can register over there. Okay, you can register over there. We are having two packages, and the two packages, yeah. So this one is group training and this is one-on-one with me, yeah, one-on-one with me. So a group training, you will have the access to everything, educational stuff, daily live meetings. The live meetings we hold every day, we talk about the trade setup, how to take trades on those trade setups, and how to how to look at the previous trade setup which are already running or changing pattern formation. So we talk about that stuff in daily meetings. Yeah, so in group training you will get the access to educational stuff, you will get the access to the group, you will get the access to the daily life meetings, and this is unlimited. All right, this is for unlimited period of time. There is no limit for the group training. You can join us for training and you can join us for trading, both. Okay, so we are holding special classes for those fellows who are who have just joined us recently and not haven't got experience about the forex, about the market from 20 December, to January 6 or 7 or 10 January. These classes are for specially for those who join us recently. Yeah, so if you want to join us for those special learning classes, you can join our group. Yeah, so if any question, you can fill the form. There's gonna be a form on the home page. You can fill that form and you can send that form to me. All right. Okay, so again, follow me on the Telegram is a quick update. You can see over there. All right, quick updates. I post updates over there. You can see that by setup. So I hope you fellows are already into that trade. We have spoken about that trade last week as well. All right, so Bitcoin, you should be into that trade. We have spoken about that trade in my trade setup and weekly market outlook. I think, yeah, we have spoken about the Bitcoin. So we have spoken about that pound chief as well. All right. So if you are not following me, so this trade setup is also breaking down very nicely. So you should be into that trade. Yeah, so you should be into that trade from that top. So all trade setups are playing very well. Yeah, broken down. This pound chief is broken down from that top very aggressively. Yeah, so pound chief is breaking down. So when that breakout was coming over there, I have posted that. So if you are not following me on the Telegram or on the Twitter or on the Trading View or Facebook, you are missing a lot of good trade setup. Lot of good trade setup. Believe me, you are missing a lot of good trade setup. Very nice trade setup. Just look at that. That was the pound chief when it was breaking, and I updated that. Look at the sell. All right, when pound dollar was breaking down, pound Uzi dollar was breaking down, I posted that update. There was a setup. All right, so similar like that, a lot of trade setup was there in the Telegram. All right. Okay, so these trade setups are for followers only, yeah. But the things we do in our group, that's completely different. The stuff I share for the followers, yeah. So I'm just sharing here that trade setup, but not telling you how to take that trade. So we discuss that in our group for students or for members, how to take those trades and where to put stop loss, and if patterns are going to change, how to deal with those kind of situations. All right, because that stuff is not for free. That stuff is paid, and if you want to get access to that, you can join us. Okay, but follow me on Telegram for those trade setup as well, the trade setup which I have just shown you, or on Twitter or on Facebook, or on you can, of course, look at the website as well. Okay, now let's move on to the charts for next week. Okay, so next week, I hope you fellows had made some good money last week, because the last week forecast was you know, pretty successful almost on all the pairs, almost on all Forex pairs. Yeah, if you look at the previous weekly market outlook and look at the market, what we were anticipating and how market was moving, you're gonna get the idea. Yeah, so at least you're gonna learn something if you are not trading. So let's move on to the next week, what we may see for next week. Yeah. Okay, so pound dollar, DXY, sorry, it's not a pound dollar, so dollar index. Okay, what we were anticipating last week, that continuation formation. Okay, so where we are going into that way. I don't think so I need to show, let me show you so that you fellas can get some idea. I have shown you that chart last week as well. Yeah, which way we were heading into that direction. All right, so if dollar index is falling and dollar index is bearish, so what will happen to the other pairs? Yeah, so that is what I have said last week as well. What will happen with the other pairs? So what we have seen, euro USD rising, yeah, USD yen falling, New Zealand dollar, pushing back from the bottom, Aussie dollar pulling off from the bottom, USD CAD, went up and then dropping aggressively. Yeah, so we are going into that way to the downside. Okay, so nothing new on the DXY. We are still in the previous bearish trend. Very easy to understand that, yeah, which way market is going. Okay, I hope you fellows waited for that correction and sold somewhere here, if not there, or on this breakout, or somewhere here. Okay, so what is now? Just look for this to continue to the downside if you are already into that trade. Okay, so if it is not going to continue, I'm going to give you change in pattern formation. All right, so what pattern formation we may see? All right, still that pattern formation gonna be continuation to the downside. Okay, and we'll see that how that double bottom gonna develop over there. All right, that pattern formation may appear over there for another up move and then drop. Yeah, so clear breakout like that aggressive impulsive move from that bottom, like that. This is what I have shown you last week as well. If that is going to happen, then we will start to buy the dollar. Okay, so this scenario only going to be possible over there if something special going to happen over there in the US. Yeah, or Fed is going to be too aggressive to their policy, interest rate policy, then these kind of stuff we may see over there, impulsive move over there. Okay, so far we are having very, very nice previous bearish trend. We just need to follow that trend to the downside. Okay, so it can form a flat channel and still can continue to the downside. So we're gonna pay attention at this area. Either we are having double bottom, or we are going to break down and having the bigger trend line test at this area. Okay, for the next week you need to look for continuation. I'm hoping that you are already into that trade, because last week I have shown you that. All right, so currently there is no sell place on the current price. Okay, so if it is going to change the pattern formation like that, then you need to be interested at this area for downside. All right, okay, so if the DXY is going to get down and going to continue the previous trend, what will happen here? I hope you fellows traded on the Euro USD to the downside from that top. Yeah, what we were anticipating last week. Let's look at this chart first. We were anticipating continuation formation, next continuation formation, this one. Last week, I think, yeah, I haven't posted that chart with the continuation formation, but that continuation formation we were anticipating price was somewhere here. All right, so what I have said over there last week, watch continuation formation and look for that short-term trade. I hope you have taken that trade. All right, and we have got the breakout. Now we're gonna look for that trade. That trade is already going on its way. We're gonna pay attention at this area. Okay, if price no gonna break up that top, we're gonna look for that trade. All right, that trade. So far, those who are holding their buy from this area, look for this to complete itself, test this bot top again, 20 area, and give us a double top and reversal. Okay, so the structure we are having and pattern we are having on the Euro USD is quite similar like the previous week. We haven't seen big changes over here on this pair. Okay, so I hope you fellows are already holding your long from this area. Yeah, when I have posted that update. Okay, so if you are still holding, look for this to continue for further upside. Okay, there is no buy setup at this area. Okay, only buy setup going to be somewhere here. If price tests this area and hold, and then you can look for that trade. Okay, so breakdown and continuation going to give us idea we are going to get down. I mean stronger impulsive move at this area. All right, similar like the DXY, bullish impulse on the DXY and stronger bearish impulse on the Euro USD going to give us an idea we are having the move down to the downside on the Euro USD. Okay, so what kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we'll see that completion of that move and we'll see that trade from that top. Okay, so let's see how Euro USD gonna develop for the next week. So keep in your mind, stronger breakdown and continuation gonna give us idea we are not going to complete that wave and we are going to get down. Okay, at this stronger impulsive move, and similar like that on the DXY, stronger bullish impulsive move. I hope you fellows holding your long from the bottom on the Euro USD and sell on the DXY from the top, and also sell on the USD Chi from that top. Wasn't that amazing? Was that pair amazing? It should be for you, because look at that. All right, so what we were anticipating, this to continue, this to give us a continuation, breakdown, continuation, breakdown, another continuation formation, which I have just said last week to you. All right, when that price was at this area. I hope you fellows holding your short from this area. All right, so we don't need to do anything new this week. We just need to look for that continuation formation again. Okay, if that is going to happen, look for this move. Okay, so change gonna be here. Once we're gonna see that impulsive move is going to appear over there, that's gonna be the change. I hope you fellows holding your short on the USD chief as well. Look at that, how nice trade setup was that. Okay, price went and then broken down so aggressively. Okay, so that's why I said to you fellows, follow me on the Telegram so that you can grab these, these trade setup. You can grab that money. It's a free money without, it's a money for you without paying anything. Okay, so what is next? Okay, this is the bigger trade, the trade we are looking for. We are looking for this to get down again, test the bottom at this area. All right, so looks like this move still corrective. Yeah, here we got some aggression. Here we got some aggression. Okay, so if we will start to see aggressive move from this area, we will start to think about the change in pattern formation, or continuation for upside, or okay, or we're gonna look for this breakout. Currently, I'm not looking for that possible scenario. Okay, if you're gonna start to see that impulsive move is going to appear, look at that, how strong that move was, how strong. All right, so I realized that a lot of traders on TradingView, they even haven't got the idea about these moves. Believe me, they don't know what is that. Okay, they don't know what is that. It's a huge, you know information for you to understand the next wave of the market. Yeah, even some experts even don't know these behaviors of the market. If I will remove all my stuff from the chart, I still can see these things. Yeah, I still can see these movements. What is the aggressive move, and what is the corrective move, and which way market gonna go for the next wave. Yeah, so that's really important. That's really important information you need to understand. So I have posted a chart, an idea over there on the trading view, Bitcoin and dollar. What I was saying over there in that idea, I was saying buy the Bitcoin for an extension. Once you're gonna see the correction, I hope you fellows are into that trade. Yeah, that was very nice and high probability trade setup, the Bitcoin. But some traders came over there by saying that, oh, it is going to crash. No, it wasn't going to crash. It was very strong. Okay, so just look at this chart. What information which I was having over there? Just this arrow, that trend line, and these trend lines, and that continuation formation projection, and these fib lines. That's it. All right. What I understand this strength. Okay, I understand that strength. I understand that strength. Okay, so this is a huge information, very nice information to understand for the next possible moves. All right. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the trade setup. All right, so watch this continuation formation. It is still very strong, bearish. This continuation formation, similar like the previous week, you can look for short-term buy, and once that price is going to complete that, look for another continuation to the downside. All right, so believe me, if you're gonna put 100 indicators on your chart, or whatever whatever the numbers of your indicators you're gonna put on your chart, but you don't understand the price behavior, believe me, those indicators will not help you at all. Okay, so understanding the price behavior and price action is very important. So what I said last week, where you need to pay attention, you need to pay attention at this area. Okay, that area, if you remember that. Okay, what was the possibilities which I have just shown you last week? This pattern formation, if you remember that. Okay, and said to you, we may see that pattern formation. Okay, so we have seen that pattern formation, price broken above that area and respected that top and started to continue to the downside. And what I said, we're gonna start to sell it from that top again. All right, I hope you fellows are holding your short from that top already on Friday. Okay, so what I said last week, that is the time to make a decision. Okay, by giving you this example. All right, that pattern, that was the time to make a decision. So if you haven't make a decision at that time when that candle was appearing over there, you missed the move. Okay, if you haven't made the decision when that candle was appearing over there, you missed the move. Okay, so what's next? That was the previous week. What's next? How we can trade on the USD CAD for next week. I hope you fellows are already holding your short, have taken some profit from the bottom to upside, and looking to short it to the downside. Okay, what is next? How we can trade on this pair for next week? You can see over there how strong impulsive move is appearing over there at the current price. Isn't that look like similar to this? See that how strong that move was? Okay, how strong that move. You see that? Yeah. Okay, so look at that strong breakout. Strong breakout. All right. So strong breakout we are having over there. We just need to look at the continuation formation on lower time frame for what, for which move. All right, for that move. Okay, so as I said, this is a continuation formation. In longer term, this move, this wave gonna finish somewhere here, or if not at the bottom, at least within these areas. All right, so how you can trade for next week on the USD CAD? Very nice pair to trade for the next week. I hope you fellows already holding your shot. Okay, what was the previous? That was the previous candle to make it the CN, and this was the next candle to make it the CN. All right, so if you are holding short on the USD CAD and not, that's okay. All right, watch this continuation for next week. Okay, this continuation formation to short those who are not into this trade from that top. Okay, this continuation formation gonna give us another opportunity to sell the USD CAD for the downside. All right, so I don't see something like aggressive pullback from the bottom. The way price is just falling is very strong. I don't see that is going to happen, but if in case if that is going to happen, you just need to look at this again. Okay, this information at that area. Currently I don't see that, and I'm anticipating flag, and I'm looking for this to continue to the downside. Okay, that move and continuation. So if that is going to happen, you just need to look at that, and you can look for buy back to that top, and again short. I'm not anticipating that move, yeah, because it is very strong to the downside. I'm looking for this to continue to the downside. Yeah, so we are already into that short from that top. My traders are already into that short when that breakout was coming over there. But those fellows who are not into that trade, you should not sell at the current price. Okay, first of all, you need to watch a continuation formation, then you need to be interested to sell. If you don't see continuation formation, don't sell. Okay, if you don't see that continuation formation, don't sell. Let it clearly break down this area. It will give you continuation formation. Yeah, if it is going to continue to the downside, it will give you. Yeah, that's 100%. Okay, that's 100%. I'm 100% confirmed that if this is going to continue, it will give you that continuation formation. All right, so don't sell without that continuation formation, because that's how market move. The important thing is, do you understand those continuation formation or not? If you understand, perfect. I have just shown you USD chief. All right, okay, so if you have missed that move, no need to worry about that. You just need to wait and watch the continuation formation. If you will see that, you will get another opportunity to sell the USD CAD to the downside. Okay, so because CAD pairs are moving very aggressively on Friday, and dollar was also falling so aggressively. Okay, you see that we have seen that that pattern formation and then price breaking down. Okay, breaking down. So similar like that, no need to worry about that. If you miss that move, you're gonna get another chance to sell the USD CAD. Okay, so wait and watch the continuation formation and sell it. Okay, so let's look at the pound CAD. Let's look at the CAD pairs first, because CAD pairs are breaking down aggressively and giving us an opportunity for downside. Okay, very strong. The move came over there because of the the employment, job rate was very strong on the CAD pairs. Job rate was very strong. Okay, so last week we were anticipating that move. We have seen change in pattern formation. We got the break-even trades. We started to sell again at this area. No, we are looking for this continuation formation and that trade. Okay, I don't see this is going to happen like that. All right, very, very strong impulsive move over there on the pound CAD. You fellows just need to look at the continuation formation next week. Similar like the USD CAD. Once you're gonna see that, just sell it. All right. Okay, so do you remember that trade? I hope you fellas remember that trade. If not remember, let me show you that trade. So you just need to look at that kind of pattern formation. So we are already, we shot at the CAD pairs on Friday when that move was happening over there. So we were, focusing on the Euro CAD because the potential was huge over there on the USD CAD. Oh, sorry, EuroCAD. EuroCAD. Okay, so that kind of move you need to look at the euro, the pound CAD for that trade. Okay, this is for upside, and we are having that impulsive move, that continuation formation, and that trade. Okay, this formation, something like that formation, you need to search. Before that, if you don't see that formation, there is no setup for you on the pound CAD. Okay, so all pound pairs were pushing correctively for upside and was giving us that continuation formation, and we got that trade. All right, okay, so that move, okay, that continuation formation, that is your trade for next week. All right, so wait and watch this formation and sell it for continuation to the downside. That's gonna be all CAD pairs gonna give us very, very, they are already giving very nice moves to us. We are having some, nice profitable trades on the CAD pairs because they are moving very, very nice. And I hope you fellows, you know gonna get the chance, those who are not in. So what I said last week to you, watch the sell from that top on the EuroCAD. So we are already holding shorts on the EuroCAD pairs, okay, because it was testing multi weeks high and we got very nice impulsive move. All right, my trades are already holding their shot. We were tracking this move whole week, and finally on Friday we got the impulsive move because of the news event. Okay, so you just need to look at that continuation formation during the week. That is your trade. Okay, no, there is a question. Maybe some of you fellows, thinking about that, on which time frame you need to look at the continuation formation. All right, so first of all, you have to look at the continuation formation on 15-minute time frame. Okay, if your trend is very, very sharp and aggressive, you need to look at the continuation formation on 15-minute time frame. Yeah, so look at that time frame, sell it. If price do not go into your way and going to change the pattern formation, going to be a bigger correction, take off, and then look at the 30-minute. Okay, if that is going to happen again, it is not going to continue, going to change, take off, yeah, and wait for the market to give you a bigger correction in 1 hour time frame, then get back into the market again. All right, so keep repeating that. If it is not going to continue in 1 hour time frame, move back to the 4-hour time frame. All right, that's how, if we are having 15-minute continuation formation, and if that is not going to continue, that means we are having bigger correction. Okay, correction on bigger time frame, like 1 hour correction. Okay, so move on to the bigger time frame and look at that time frame and look for continuation. Okay, so similar like that, you need to look at the 15-minute time frame continuation formation. Once you're gonna get that, you just need to look at the cell. All right, that continuation formation in 15-minute time frame. Once price is going to give you that formation, look at that breakout. If that formation do not continue and going to give you a bigger correction like that, all right, like that, yeah, this is very simple ABC move. So this is going to be the bigger 1 hour correction. Okay, sell it again and look for this to continue. Yeah, if that is not going to continue and going to be much bigger, that's going to be the 4 hour. Right, that's how pattern change into other or into a bigger correction. All right, so keep an eye on the EuroCAD continuation formation. We are already holding short from that top. Good luck to you fellows, those who are not into that trade. All right, so these are the pairs you need to look at, the CAD pairs you need to look at, the look for next week when market gonna open. Now let's move on to the pound pairs. All right, so pound pairs, pound is similar like the previous one, has not changed a lot. All right, so we are still looking for that trade. It has broken about above that top, but the way it is rising, it is correctively. Yeah, so that's your trade and continuation to the downside. Yeah, so I'm looking for the weaknesses on the pound, not on the dollar, not strength on the dollar. Yeah. Okay, so what you need to do, you can see over there, we were looking for, by the way, sell from that top in our room at this area. I was anticipating when we have seen breakout. Actually, we got the sell. We got the sell. Let me show you. We got the sell at this area, and all my traders got the break-even trade on the pound. Yeah, let me look at that chart. We all got break-even trades on the pound. Yeah. So when that was happening, we were selling. When that was happening, we were selling. So we were looking for another continuation pattern formation. So price reversed because of the news so aggressively back to that top. So we were tracking that channel. We got the breakout of that channel. What you need to do for next week, you just need to, there is a continuation pattern formation for the downside. Yeah, I don't see there is a buy setup on the pound for longer term. I only see bearish potential, for longer term. All right, because they has to get down. We are having another move left, the big wave left on the pound pairs. Okay, that continuation pattern formation, and that is your trade. Okay, I'm still looking for that trade. I don't see there is structural or big, huge changes over there on the pound pair because of that move. That channel broken down, search that trade. All right. Okay, so you need to be into that trade as much high as possible so that you can manage your risk reward ratio. All right, so I hope you fellows already into that trade. What I said last week, if price not gonna respect that area, okay, where you need to pay attention, what is the bigger structure? This is the bigger structure. Yeah. All right, so that trade, we are still looking for that trade. So I hope you fellows got the entry at this area. What I said last week, that's gonna be a perfect place to sell the pound chief. Yeah, if you remember that, if you were there in the meeting for in last week, so you should be into that trade from that top. We are still looking for this to give us a big move, pound chief to give us a big move to the downside. I said to you, watch this area. If price is not going to respect that area, that's the top you need to pay attention. I hope you fellows holding your shot from that area, from that top. Okay, when we sold when that flag was appearing over there. I personally sold at 132 680. Yeah, so what is next? You just need to look at that pattern formation at this area. Okay, if that is going to happen, sell it. It is very strong this time. I hope we're gonna see fall on pound pairs onward from Monday, because we are having some news event on Monday on pound pairs. I hope we're gonna get some negative impact from the news on pound pairs. So if it is not going to break out, all right, so you all can see that what pattern formation we are having. Take off your profit, let it come, buy for short term for that move and sell it again from that top. Okay, so this is a reversal pattern formation which is just developing over there at that top. So you can call that anti-diagonal, wedge, whatever you want to call that. We are not going to talk about their names. Okay, so just watch continuation formation at this area and sell it. All right, that formation, sell it. This is the big move we are looking for on the pound chief and pound Aussie dollar. Then we're gonna move on let's look at the euro pound first, then we're gonna move on to the other pound pairs. Okay, so that trade last week, what I was saying like that move and then drop. So unfortunately price started to fall before that, never test that top. Yeah, so what is next? How you can trade for next week? All right, watch that top bottom. If it is going to test that bottom, that is your trade. Okay, and sell from that top again. You all know that what price is doing over there. Yeah, where we are looking for sell from that top. You see that? Okay, so this is a continuation formation. We haven't gone beyond this area for that move. Yeah, so we are looking for another up leg like that. All right, if you have traded on that, you should understand that what kind of trade I'm showing you. All right, so keep an eye at this bottom for that trade. Okay, and again we're gonna look at the top for short. We'll see that how top gonna develop at that area. All right, so short term within euro, but buy at the bottom. Let me show you something, different. All right, so here we are already having continuation formation, but the whole move seems to me is corrective, this whole move, yeah? So it can get down, test that bottom, and then can start to buy. If it is not going to test this area and going to rise aggressively at this area, just simply buy that. Put stop behind that and buy that. All right, so pound Aussie dollar, last week, if you remember that, what I said, look for sell at this area. Okay, we got the break-even trade. We sold. We got the break-even trade. And I said, let me look at the lower time frame so that you fellows can understand. 30-minute. Okay, so that was the pattern formation. We didn't go for that buy. As I said last week, we're not gonna buy for that much money. Yeah. So we sold at this area. As I said, no one should be over there at this breakout. No one should sell this area. Okay, we got the aggressive reversal over there, and we got the break-even trades, and then we got the reversal channel, and we sold. Yeah, we sold when that continuation formation was appearing over there. So okay, so what is next for you fellows? You fellows can see that what is the bigger structure. Yeah, bigger structure is same. As I said last week, we haven't seen haven't seen big change on the pound Aussie dollar. Okay, so you should be into that trade already. You should be into that trade when that was happening. And I think I posted that chart on the Telegram. Yeah, if not on Telegram, I have posted that chart here on the, yeah, here, but slightly late over there. That was on time. Pound shift was on time when it was breaking down. So I hope you fellows already into that trade from that top. Yeah, so what you need to do for next week, those fellows who are not into that trade, how they can trade in the pound Aussie dollar. I don't see there is a buy potential on the pound Aussie dollar. If it is going to violate that impulsive move, I don't care about that, but it still will, this pair will still be a bearish to the downside. Okay, there is no buy setup at all for me on the DXY. You know why? You look at that, how successfully we traded. Buy, bought, sold from that top, sold, and we were looking for buy. Now we are looking for sell it again. All right, so longer term trade to the downside. Let's look at the lower time frame so that you fellows can get the idea what you need to do. I'm showing you bearish continuation formation almost on all pairs. All are into trending market to the downside. So that was the exact place when we were selling. All right, so look at this continuation formation, and that is your trade. Yeah, if that is not going to happen and it is going to test that top again, sell it. Okay, that is your trade is downside. You should not go for that much money. This is very small money. All right, so keep an eye on that continuation formation and look for this to continue to the downside. There is a huge money on the pound Aussie dollar for the downside, because I can see that pound Aussie dollar and US dollar is showing some signs over there. All right, so now let's move on to the euro pairs, yen pairs. Yeah, yen pairs. Okay, so yen CR. That's all right. Be in the sell or that is last week. Yeah, that move and that. Okay, the move still same side. If into that next week, we are having very fast price action from that top. Okay, effects not. Yeah, trading in this market, buying, selling, yeah, and short term sell this area. So unfortunately, we were looking at that move to the downside and then up. Price started to rise, so we did not buy for that much. Yeah, for long term, very some of my traders are already into that area. That moving because the uncertainty last because of that. This you can over there. Couple of beautiful bargains. Very nice, very nice. US last week this was need more time. More and from that top. Not that's okay. No, that it hasn't gone. Okay, so this continuation formation is just 12. You can see there how it break. I don't see that breakout. If that is done, but look the more bastion for next on the dollar pairs and dollar so I'm like cautious on that happen or somewhere here. That's go or buy on the USD yen right now. So up USD yen should give us something special now. The momentum has built over there. Price should give us something special momentum over there for upside. Okay, this continuation formation, that is your rate for next week. This is the validation point. keep an eye at this continuation formation. All right, this continuation formation is just developing over. Yeah, almost on all pairs. What I'm showing you, yeah, this price action we have seen last week, strong, and it to trade on the continuation pattern for next week. I hope fellows can trade them. Yeah, said I'm there. How many fellows traded on move? So this me is for a continuation moving off move section there, and just one weird section over. So look for fellows. Post that others can be not attempt to do it until the UN because all so saver. Okay, so I'm looking for back to bottom again. All right, so that trade. Okay, that's trade continuation. That is your trade. Last week was that continuation formation. You should be into that. About that breakout equation. Yeah, trade. I that is break top. His price is strong, so look sell rather than buy. Okay, pound New Zealand dollar. You're still dollar and New Zealand dollar. Yeah. Last week is a sad you trade. All right, that trade. Sell your prices at New Zealand dollar. USD pairs are about that about this unit. He's going here. Okay, if that's and the bottom trade to the downside, different fire. But okay, so this pen is forming for that reversal. All right, so the structure completion gonna be at the bigger trend line, and it showing some price at bottom. Yeah, so breakout, aggressive continuation formation, and then that trade. Is it working or not? All right. Okay, fellows. So I think it's working on the YouTube as well. All right. I think it's working on the YouTube. Okay, so let's move on, fellows. Sorry for that. All right, so sorry for that. If it's working, then perfect. If not working, then here is the link for the Zoom. You can come onto the Zoom. Okay, here is the link on the for Zoom. Yeah, I hope it is working for you. So let's move on. Okay, so as I said, Uzi US dollar break above, continuation formation, head and shoulder formation, and then that trade. Okay, so Uzi CAD, is it working? Yeah, I think working. Okay, let's move on. Uzi CAD, last week we were anticipating one more leg to the downside on Uzi CAD and then reversal. Okay, so price reverse, but reverse so correctively we can see that, and we are having breakdown because of the news event. Okay, this move completion, short term sell, and then buy. Okay, buy back to that top. All right, so structure is still same. The previous structure we wedge. We are holding that wedge. So this trade setup is slightly risky. You fellows should try the other one, the other which I have just shown you. Okay, this continuation formation, that short-term trade, if you want to try that one, you can do that. But once price gonna hit this bottom or that bottom, this trend line, then look for buy on the Uzi CAD. Okay, so Uzi dollar and US dollar, buy and buy on this pair as well. So Uzi yen, we are having a continuation, a correction. Yeah, so last week I have shown you we're going to look for a correction under that trend line. All right, so at this area, okay, we are having that correction building over there. It needs some more time, then it will be ready to go for a shot. Just be careful. We are looking for the Uzi dollar and US dollar to go down, okay, go up, sorry, and yen to give us a strength. Okay, this correction is just appearing over there. Okay, so the bigger the correction gonna give us much better opportunity to go for a shot. Yeah, if it is going to break down at any time, that trend line just keeps selling that. Okay, keep sell this UZM. You can see over there, continuation broken down, continuation broken down, similar like that. So the bigger the correction gonna give us better opportunity to go for a shot. All right, so let it form a couple of more candles, then watch the breakout of that corrective uptrend. Okay, and then sell it. So the bigger the correction gonna give us a better opportunity to go for a shot. And on other CAD yen, yeah, so last week what I said, last week I said we're gonna look for that trade, that wave, this wave, that wave is appearing over there. Okay, so now we're gonna pay attention at that trend line. If this trend line is going to break above, let it hit that top. You can look for short-term buy, but better to stay away for that buy because it can turn to the downside anytime. Yeah, so if it is not going to stop at this area, the bigger trade to the downside from that top. Okay, let me show you the lower time frame so that you can understand. So I hope you fellows remember the previous week market outlook. I'm going quickly on these pairs. Yeah, so you can see over there, this move is appearing over there, and the sell from this trend line, that trade. Last trade was that, okay? Previous trade was that, and this move is appearing over there. Then that is your trade. So on lower time frame, what you need to do, we are looking for strength on the CAD pairs across the board. On lower time frame, there is a short-term sell, slightly risky, but you can try that. And once price is going to complete this kind of pattern formation, you can try this trade, yeah, for short term by putting your stop behind this area. And once price is going to come close to this area or within these ranges, buy, yeah, watch for that buy. Okay, completion of something like ABC move and then buy. Okay, once price is going to test these areas, that's going to be your trade. All right, and then sell from the bigger channel line to the downside. All right, so Uzi Chief and CAD Chief. Let me look at the CAD Chief. Last week, as I said, you need to look at that trade, similar like that. Okay, we haven't seen huge changes. So price was correcting, finally broke out with strong impulsive move. That is your trade for next week. Okay, and then again we're going to look for sell. So what is the bigger structure? The bigger structure is same like the previous week. Yeah, so bigger structure is this, where we are going to the downside. You see that? Okay, but going correctively, not going aggressively. So one more move up within that area, so you can buy for short term because all cat pairs are strong, that trade. And if it is going to continue back to that top, perfect, take off your profit from that top and sell it again to the downside. Okay, that short term trade similar like the CAD yen. Go back to the lower time frames, short term sell once price is going to pass this area. Okay, this continuation formation, that area, that's going to be the pattern. This is the area you need to pay attention for buy. Break below will change the pattern formation. That is your trade. All right, so maybe price is not going to pass this area. All right, you need to search buy setup within these areas. Okay, putting stop behind that. Very, very nice impulsive move over there. Break below will change the pattern formation. So EuroCAD, Aussie Chief. Oh, let me look at the other pairs quickly so that we can, finish on time. So silver. Okay, so last week what I said, we're gonna watch price action at this area or at this area. Okay, we are testing that area. So what pattern formation I have drawn last week? Like that. What trade? Come on. So what trade I have shown you? This trade. Yeah, I wasn't interested to go for short for that much money, but now I'm interested to go for long on the silver. Yeah. So my traders, they are too quick to start to get into the market wherever they see opportunity. So they're already into that trade. Okay, so what you need to do, fellows, this is the impulsive move, price action, start slightly extended that bottom. Okay, so for next week, that's your trade. Okay, that's your trade for next week. All right, so buy the silver at bottom. All right, so if silver is going beyond these areas, there is no sell setup at all. There is only buy opportunity on the silver. It is cheap. You should be a buyer over there rather than seller. Yeah, so this is your trade for next week. How far that trade gonna go, we're gonna track. If it is going to do something like that aggressively, stay into that trade. If going to get back again to the bottom, going to test that bottom, buy it again. Yeah, so you should not be a seller over there for that much money. Yeah, for that much money you can even buy this without stop loss. It's a cheap. Yeah, on these areas it's a cheap. Silver is a cheap. Buy it for longer term. Okay, so buy that, watch that area, the area which I have just shown you for buy. So gold, what I said last week, if you remember that, you know why I'm saying again and again, if you remember that, because mark price is staying in this structure, in the pattern formation. The pattern formation we were having last week as well, and doing exactly what we were anticipating. Okay, so price is testing that bottom, you should be a buyer over there. Okay, that's your trade. Yeah, so what kind of pattern we are looking for? We are looking for this pattern formation. So slightly changed. We are looking for that pattern formation. Yeah, this pattern formation. So this is called reversal formation. So break below this area, aggressive break below at this area, gonna give us a clue that we are, changing this pattern formation and price is not going to go into that way. Yeah, but so far we are still in this pattern formation. That is the wave. Okay, so you should look for buy the gold. You should not look for sell the gold. All right, so where your entry should be, your entry should be already over there when price was testing this bottom. Yeah, when it was testing that bottom, you should be already there into that trade. Okay, so if not, let it come close to this area, this price. Okay, 1260, that is your trade. Okay, so break below, clearly aggressive break below will change the structure. I don't see that is going to happen, but if in case if that is going to happen, before selling the gold, we need to see clear continuation formation at this area. Okay, under that. before selling the gold. I don't see that is going to happen anytime soon. I see this is going to happen. Yeah, so you should buy over there for that much money. Okay, from these bottom. All right, so what we were looking for at this area, that wave. So we got that wave. Let me look at that chart. I think 1 hour time frame. So gold is still buy for the upside. Here we got the gold chart. Yes, so we are going into the upside, in the bullish side. So we haven't broken that bottom. You see that? Yeah, why okay, fellows, let me give you a tip over there so that you can understand that tip. So you have seen many traders trade on the pin bar, and put stop behind that. Yeah. Okay, so how you can figure it out that this pin bar is valid and you can use that pin bar for stop placement? When you're gonna see impulsive move on lower time frame. If you see the impulsive move on lower time frame, that pin is valid. If you don't see impulsive move on lower time frame, that impulse is not valid. Okay, so every single pin bar is not reliable. All right, so maybe you fellows have seen pin bars many times gonna fail. That is the main reason. If there is a impulse and that impulse is forming pin bar on bigger time frame, you can rely on that pin. Okay, so keep that tip, gonna help you. All right, so we haven't broken down that bottom, so that's your trade. Okay, every time when gold is coming close to 1260 or 1265 areas, buy it. And let's look at the euro pairs on the euro chief and euro Aussie dollar and euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so you should be into that trade from that top. If not in, let it clearly break down. Let the euro chief clearly break down. Yeah, it is not going to go above this area. Just keep in your mind, it is not going to go above this area. Yeah, it will not go. It will give us that move, and then if this is going to do that, that's a secondary option. Yeah, but I don't see euro chief is going to go above this area. Okay, so every time when price is just climbing up, you should be a seller over there. Okay, it's not going far away. It's not going to break above that top anytime soon without giving us that move. So corrective, I have just shown you this pattern on pound yen. Yeah, and last week you have bought for that pair, that pair pound yen. Okay, so it will break down and gonna be the bearish, very strong bearish. This pair euro chief gonna be very strong bearish. So my traders, they are trying every time when price is just testing those areas, they're selling. Yeah, so if you are not there from that top, similar like the other pairs. Okay, continuation formation gonna give us a clear clue we are going to get down. Okay, if that is not going to happen, it is going to get back to that top, sell it again every time when price is testing, forming higher high, testing upper channel line, sell it, sell the euro chief. All right, sell the euro chief every time when it is forming new high. It will end up within this bigger structure. Yeah, so when, we don't know, but it will do that. It will end up within this area, within this structure. Okay, yeah, because the pattern formation is a reversal formation. So this pattern, let me show you fellows so that you can get some information. So what I said last week, you should be a buyer over there. Yeah, at this area when impulsive move you're going to see over there. Yeah, so these patterns, this pattern is a reversal pattern formation. Okay, if you have traded on these patterns when that pattern was forming over there, then you understand how you need to deal with the euro chief. Okay, what was that? Corrective bearish move. That was the impulsive move. So what was the exact time to buy the pound yen? That's the place. All right, so last week I have made a video on the pound, on the Bitcoin dollar. I have shown you that similar information in that video on pound dollar, Bitcoin dollar. Yeah, so similar like that, euro chief aggressive move, break out of that channel to the downside, continuation, and keep selling this pair to the downside. Yeah, this move, that's going to be the big move you're going to see over there very soon. Okay, so Euro UZ dollar is quite similar like this pair, but I'm still, we are not still looking for this pair to go for a shot, because we want this pair to give us a clear clue, yeah, that yes, it is going to get down. So when we're going to get a clear clue that yes, this pair is going to get down, when your Uzi dollar and US dollar will start to turn up the way which I have just shown you, yeah. Okay, so what you need to do if you are still interested, or having short positions, just repeat yourself, similar like the Euro Chief. It is testing that top, sell it, yeah, if you are still interested to sell this pair. Okay, if you're gonna get continuation at this area, sell it. All right, so that's how you can trade on the Euro UZ dollar. There is no buy setup on the Euro UZ dollar. Every time when it is going to form a high, look for sell, impulsive move. So similar here on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so you should be into that trade. Last week was that we were looking for a continuation. We haven't got the breakout. You should be into that trade. All right, so similar like that, this pattern is just developing over there. Yeah, if it is going to give you a continuation formation, sell it. If not, and testing that bottom and going to get back that top again, sell it. Yeah, so Aussie dollar, US dollar, why they are not rising? They are not rising because of the interest rate. Yeah, so uh, New Zealand dollar, why that is not rising? Because of the interest rate seen is there. That rate seen is due in this month. Yeah, in December. So after that, you're gonna see the reversals on the New Zealand pair and the Aussie dollar pair. Okay, and the bigger move to the downside on the USD CAD. So we will track that. We will track that. You just need to keep in your mind this information, the information which I'm showing you, fundamental information. Okay, so bigger move gonna be the downside on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Watch it. Watch that top. Buy silver. And I think enough for today. And if there is any question, just let me know. We can talk about that question. So indexes, UK 100 index is getting ready for you to buy. Yeah. Okay. So indexes all already moving in the way we were anticipating. I hope you fellows making some good money on the indexes by following my weekly market outlook. Yeah. So let it come close to this bottom. That's your trade. All right. That's your trade. Okay. So that's your trade. And S&P 500 is just rising, rising, and rising. I don't see there is a trade setup, and I hope you fellows are holding your long from the bottom which I was showing you in my weekly market outlook. Yeah, so it was rising very, very nicely. So even it is going, beyond this area. I hope you fellows making some good money when price was testing these areas we were looking for buy the S&P 500. Yeah. So going very, very far away. So if S&P 500 is going to give you a pullback again, okay? So that trade has gone. The opportunity which was over there, which was building at this area, gone at this area, yeah? I think that area, the opportunity gone. So if we're gonna see another pullback similar like this one, then we're gonna look for buy. So that was a basically buy setup at this area when that spike was coming over there on Friday. Yeah, so watch this continuation formation, and then so I hope that will take some time, whole week gonna take to give us a continuation, and then all right. So S&P 500, there is no trade setup. It is going and going, and the US 2000 Russell, I hope you fellows took some profit from that top by following me. We were buying over there at this area when that channel was appearing over there, and I was telling you into the weekly market outlooks of that wave. Okay, so if we're gonna get another pullback within this structure, we're gonna look for another buy. Currently there is no buy setup on the Russell 2000, and on the Nike, I think Nike is still gonna give us an opportunity over there to go for long. Yeah, So Nike is just, last week we were anticipating that symmetrical triangle to break up. It has broken out, but not broken out so aggressively. Yeah. So if it is going to test that bottom, this area, buy it again. Yeah. Buy the S&P 5 for the Nike. Yeah. So currently this ABC move, this continuation formation, the bigger one. Yeah, that is your trade. Don't sell the Nike. Yeah, there is only buy opportunity on the Nike. So keep an eye. So Bitcoin is just, you know, doing extremely well over there. So you fellows should not be a buyer over there at the current price. So when it was, rising so aggressively from the bottom, no one was looking at that. So people were, what? Let me show you. I was anticipating that correction, but when that correction was started to appear over there, people start to freak out there. They started to freak and thinking that it is a crash. We are having crash. No, it wasn't a crash. It was a buy opportunity. Where? At this trend line for that move. Okay, we are testing this area. Now watch it to break out. If it is going to break out, perfect. You are already into that profit. If not, going to get back, testing this bottom, buy it again. All right, buy it again. It's not a time for the Bitcoin to crash. If it is going to crash, we will see that Bitcoin is going to crash. Okay, you see that price tested that bottom, going to get back. So that was a buy opportunity. So those who were, feared or freaking out over there that Bitcoin is not going to reverse, no, they missed the opportunity. Okay, but those who were over smart, they are into that trade. Yeah, because there is an opportunity on the Bitcoin. All right, so just watch that video. You're gonna learn something. Watch this video on Bitcoin. You're gonna learn something. Okay, what was the buy place? That was the buy place. Okay, when it was testing, we got the bounce off from that trend line, and price never reversed back. Okay, so for next, what you fellows need to do, now watch it to continue Bitcoin this area. Yeah, it was testing 11,000 area. Watch it to continue like that. So if it is not going to do that, take off your profit, let it come close. Don't go for short at the current price. Don't go for short. Okay, let it come close to the bottom again at this area, buy it again. Okay, that pattern formation, buy it again at this area. So I'll try my best to update. Let me know if we are having any question. Okay, any question? Aussie New Zealand dollar. All right, so the pairs which I have just shown you, these pairs has a very nice potential at the start. Look at those pairs rather than looking at the Aussie New Zealand dollar. So try to understand where is the potential, my friend, where you're gonna get quick money rather than looking at those pairs where you're gonna stuck. Okay, but I will look at that pair quickly. All right, so if you are into that buy, so similar structure. Last week I was saying to you, buy at this area, broken down, testing this bottom. I hope you are already into that buy. Yeah, so still looking for this to give that move. Okay, you just need to keep an eye at this area. If price gonna break down that bottom, we are going to get down. So stay, if price is just staying above this area, you are buyer over there. Okay, that's your trade. So bigger structure, once this move gonna complete, we're gonna be a seller over there from that top. Okay, so just keep in your mind, we are having great decision at the in this month. Yeah, so you just fellows need to be careful on the dollar pairs. All right, okay, any other question? Sometimes, more than 10, more than 10 trades, 10 trades, or sometimes tens, more than 10 trades. 12, 10, 12 is okay. Sugar is same like the previous. Just look at the previous chart, the chart I have just posted over there. You're gonna get the idea what you need to do. If you are following me since last couple of months, yeah, then you understand what you need to do over there on sugar. Okay, Again, fellows, if anyone want to join us, you should be a buyer over there on Wix. You should be a buyer over there on Wix. What I said to you last week, if I'm not wrong. So did you buy the Wix last week or not? Did you went long or not? Or you are just watching the Wix? Did you go long for no? Yeah, that's okay. So you should take off your profit. Again, if it is going to get to the bottom, buy it again. Yeah, you should be a buyer over there every time when it is sitting at this area. Okay, so if it is going to do somewhere here within these areas, this is a uncertainty into the market. If that's going to happen, uncertainty over there. Something is uncertain into the market. Uncertain mean uncertainty. Yeah. So last week we were having some, reports into the in the US. Because of that, VIX was rising. Okay, so if similar like that is going to happen, you're gonna see the VIX is going to rise, indexes will start to fall, yen will start to rise, and gold will start, and silver and gold will start to rise too. All right, so that was the news, which was playing very, very, huge, which was putting huge impact in the market. Yeah, because of that, safe havens were moving and VIX was moving. Okay, so if anyone want to join, you can contact with me on the Telegram, or you can contact with me on the trading view by sending me text here on the PM at this area. Okay, or you can text me on Facebook, or you can text me on Twitter, you can text me on Telegram, or you can send me email here by filling this form. Just go to the tracktradingacademy.com, fill this form, and send it to me. You're gonna get a reply over there. Okay, so if anyone want to join us, visit this site. You can register over there. We are having classes from 20th December to onward up to 10th of January. You can join us, yeah, for group or for one-on-one. All right, fellows. So thank you very much for being with me, and I hope you enjoyed this webinar. Yeah. So tomorrow we're not gonna hold, webinar for the cryptocurrency. So if I'll see trade setup, I will post that for you, fellows. Thank you very much for coming into the weekly market outlook. I hope it is helping you, yeah, and you are making money by following me. Thank you very much, fellows. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you back into the market next week. Until then, bye bye.